Welcome back my YouTube channel worth old coin value today. We're going to talk about one of the most interesting and valuable coins in this coin, 1990 South African 2 Rand coin. This coin, with its stunning design and deep historical significance, has become one of the most sought-after collectibles, and here's the jaw-dropping part. This seemingly ordinary coin has been valued at a staggering $8 million, but what makes it so rare and valuable? Stay with us till the end as we uncover the secrets behind this extraordinary piece of currency. Historical background: the 2 Rand coin was introduced in South Africa as part of the country's decimal currency system. Before this, South Africa used the pound system, but in 1961, when the nation became a republic, the rand was adopted as the official currency. The 1990 version of the 2 Rand coin holds special importance as it was minted during a transitional period in South African history just before the end of the apartheid era. This coin represents a time of change, making it a historically significant piece. Obverse design: a symbol of power. On the obverse side of the coin, you will find the coat of arms of South Africa. This intricate design features a shield supported by 2 animals, a springbok and a lion, symbolizing strength and resilience. The shield itself is divided into different sections, each representing various aspects of South African heritage and culture. Above the shield, there is a crown-like structure signifying the country's sovereignty. Surrounding this majestic emblem, you'll see the words Suid-Afrika and South Africa written in Afrikaans and English, showing the nation's bilingual heritage. Reverse design: the iconic springbok. The reverse side of this coin features the springbok, one of the most recognizable symbols of South Africa. This graceful antelope is not just a national icon, but also a representation of speed, elegance, and endurance. The springbok has been featured on various South African coins, including the famous Krugerrand gold coins. On the right side, you'll see the denomination 2 Rand clearly engraved, signifying its face value. The artist ALS Arthur Sutherland designed this beautiful piece, ensuring that every detail of the springbok is captured perfectly. Metal composition and specifications: the 1990 South Africa 2 Rand coin was minted in nickel-plated steel, making it durable and resistant to corrosion. However, there are some rare silver and gold prototypes that were never released for circulation. These rare versions are what make collectors go crazy over this coin. The specifications are as follows: weight 7g, diameter 24 mm, shape slightly rounded square, metal nickel-plated steel with rare silver and gold variants. Rarity and collector's demand. Now let's talk about what makes this coin a true collector's dream. The 1992 Rand coin is considered rare because very few high-quality specimens exist today. Most of the circulated coins have scratches, wear, or damage, making them less desirable. However, if you happen to own a proof or uncirculated version, you could be holding a fortune. Additionally, special mint error coins, such as those with misprints, double strikes, or off-center designs, are known to fetch sky-high prices and auctions value. And recent auctions, a shocking revelation. Here comes the most exciting part: the value of this coin. While regular 2 Rand coins may be worth just a few dollars, the ultra-rare versions of the 1992 Rand coin have recently sold for as high as $8 million. Yes, you heard that right. This insane value is due to its historical importance. Minted during the crucial transition of South Africa's history, 2 limited surviving pieces in mint condition. The best preserved ones are incredibly rare. 3 collector frenzy: coin collectors and investors worldwide are paying millions to own a piece of history. How to identify a valuable 2 Rand coin? If you have a 1992 Rand coin, here's how you can check if it's a valuable one. 1. Check the minting errors. Look for double strikes, missing letters, or off-center designs. 2. Examine the metal composition. If your coin is silver or gold, it's an ultra-rare prototype. 3. Check its condition. Coins with no scratches, discoloration, or damage are worth the most. 4. Look for proof versions. These coins have a special shiny finish and are highly valuable. Where can you sell this coin? If you believe you own a rare 1990 South Africa 2 Rand coin history, in this coin, 1988 South African 1 center coin ***, and its unbelievable market value of a jaw-dropping $78, 125. Yes, you heard that right. This little coin, which was once worth just 1 cent, has now become one of the most valuable pieces in the numismatic world. So grab your magnifying glass and let's explore the history and rarity behind this stunning coin. To understand why the 1988 South African 1 cent coin is so valuable today, we need to step back in time. Let's go over its origins and the historical significance of South Africa's coinage during the 1980s. In the 1980s, South Africa was in the midst of major political and economic changes. The country was under the system of apartheid, which was a deeply controversial regime. This political backdrop plays an important role in the history of South African coins during this era. However, when it comes to the 1-cent coin, it's its design and production that contribute to its rarity and value. First issued in 1961. The South African 1-cent coin was part of the country's decimal currency system that replaced the pound and shilling system. Coins were initially produced by the South African Mint, which was established in the 1940s. Now, fast forward to 1988. This year marked the final year the 1-cent coin was minted before it was phased out. The 1988 1-cent coin is part of a set of final year coins, which are often highly sought after by collectors. Let's talk about the design of this coin. The 1988 South African 1-cent coin measures just 16 millimeters in diameter and is made of bronze, a durable metal that gives it a distinct, warm, reddish-brown color. The obverse, or front of the coin, features the portrait of Jan van Riebeeck, a key historical figure in South Africa's history. He was a Dutch colonial administrator and the founder of Cape Colony. On the reverse side, we have the iconic springbok, the national symbol of South Africa. The springbok is a graceful and quick antelope, and it represents the country's natural beauty and wildlife. Notice the fine details on the springbok design. The texture, the crisp lines, it's these characteristics that make this coin not only visually appealing but historically important. Now, let's get into the most exciting part. Why is the 1988 South African 1-cent coin worth $78, $125 today? The answer lies in its rarity and its condition. In 1988, South Africa minted a relatively small number of 1-cent coins compared to other denominations. However, a portion of these coins never made it into circulation due to errors in production and a shift in the national currency policy. Most notably, some of the 1988 1-cent coins were misstruck, creating extremely rare variations that have sparked bidding wars among collectors. The most valuable among these are the proof coins, which are coins made for collectors and not meant for circulation. These proof coins are flawless, with a high-quality finish that makes them stand out. In recent auctions, a graded 1988 South African 1-cent coin with an impeccable quality and rarity has sold for over $78,000. The combination of historical significance, rarity, and condition has made this coin a true treasure in the eyes of collectors. Let's talk about how this coin fits into the broader world of coin collecting and investment. The 1988 South African 1-cent coin isn't just a piece of history, it's also an excellent example of how rare coins can be valuable investments. Numismatics, the study or collection of coins, has always been a popular hobby, but it has also become a serious investment opportunity. Rare coins like this one can appreciate over time, and collectors often hold onto these pieces for years, if not decades, watching their value grow. For many collectors, it's about more than just the money. It's about the joy of owning a rare and beautiful piece of history. But for investors, the 1988 1-cent coin is definitely one to keep an eye on if you're looking to expand your portfolio. So, what do you think? Is the 1988 South African 1-cent coin the crown jewel of your collection? Or perhaps it's still on your bucket list? Either way, it's clear that this small piece of currency hit this 1988 2-cent coin. This was part of the final series of South African coins minted before the country underwent significant political and social changes. But what makes this coin so special, and why could it potentially be worth a jaw-dropping $2 million? Well, let's take a journey through its history, its rarity, and its potential value. Before we dive into the specifics of the coin itself, let's first set the stage. The 1988 2-cent coin was minted during a very interesting time in South Africa's history. The country was still under apartheid rule, and this period would end just a few years later in 1994 with Nelson Mandela's release. The coin was issued by the South African Reserve Bank and features a design that reflects the flora of the region. On the obverse side, we see the iconic springbok antelope, which has been a symbol of South Africa for decades. The reverse features the denomination 2C and an intricate design of a protea, a national flower of South Africa. So, what's the deal with the 1988 2-cent coin? What makes it worth so much? Well, it all comes down to rarity and condition. This coin was minted in much smaller numbers than you might expect, and today, finding one in mint or uncirculated condition is extremely rare. Coin collectors often look for specific traits that can drive up the value of a coin, such as its rarity, demand, and condition. A coin that is well preserved, with no signs of wear, scratches, or damage, is typically worth far more than one in poor condition. Now, how rare is this coin really? Well, there were only about 3.5 million of these coins minted in 1988. But what makes this even more interesting is that a lot of these coins were actually removed from circulation over time. Many of them were damaged or lost, and as a result, very few are still in good condition today. Coins in pristine or near mint condition, especially those that are uncirculated or graded as MS 65 or higher, can fetch astronomical prices at auctions. In fact, a few rare specimens of the 1988 2-cent coin have been known to reach values close to $2 million. Now, let's talk about how you can identify whether your 1988 2-cent coin is valuable. Coin grading is the process of evaluating a coin's condition based on its appearance. There are different systems for grading, but one of the most popular is the Sheldon scale, which rates coins from 1 to 70. To give you an idea, a coin graded MS 65 means it's in near-perfect condition. Basically, a coin that's been preserved so well, it might as well have just been minted yesterday. Coins like that can be worth exponentially more than those with scratches, discoloration, or other imperfections. But here's something really important to know. With the potential for such high value, counterfeit versions of the 1988 2-cent coin have made their way into the market. So, how can you tell the difference between a genuine coin and a fake? One way to tell is by using a magnet. Real South African 2-cent coins are made from a copper-plated steel, which is magnetic. Fakes, however, might be made of other metals that don't have the same magnetic properties. Another important method is using a magnifying glass to inspect the fine details of the coin, looking for signs of wear or differences in the strike. Whether you have a single 1988 2-cent coin or an entire collection, there's a huge potential for valuable finds in your stash. A little research, combined with careful inspection and coin grading, can help you determine whether your coins are just regular change or potentially priceless treasures. So, if you have a 1988 South Africa 2-cent coin, or if you're thinking about starting a collection, remember that it's not just about the coins you have in hand. It's also about knowing the history, rarity, and condition that can influence their value. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a quick tip. Always store your rare coins in protective cases, and if you suspect you've got something valuable, don't hesitate to take it to a professional for grading or appraisal. Who knows? That 1988 South African 2-cent coin history __. Thank you for watching today's video, and interesting. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Worth old coin value.